You're in Braves country. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee.
me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub call. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball!
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA. Okay, before we get going here with the lineups, wanted to play you a couple of post-game clips. The first one is the Drake after his incredible performance last night at the plate. And then they interviewed Acuna post-game. What you're hearing are the reporters and his interpreter, because it's too jumbled up to play the whole thing. So what we do is we edit out what Acuna is saying, but it's being interpreted. So you're hearing the interpreter. And more on that after this, after you take a listen. Got something to add to it here at the end. So here's Drake Baldwin after last night's win.
3 for 5, 6 RBI. Wes Helms is still the rookie record leader with 7 RBI in his rookie season, but there's more games left, and you can flat out rake. Talk to me about your swing right now at the dish.
Yeah, it feels good seeing the ball well, so just trying to get pitches middle and put my best swing on it, and some balls found some grass today, which was nice, and it had some people on base, so those runs ended up being huge, but I mean, it's just going out there every at-bat and trying to get a pitch middle and putting my best swing on it.
One of those RBIs, because you got a base runner out there who's pretty fast. How about Acuna's sprint from first?
Yeah, it's incredible when he's on the bases. I mean, no, you saw it, like even on a single, he can score from first base. Like he flies out there, he loves scoring, he loves just making plays happen. So it helps our whole team when he's on, and he's on base a lot.
You're a very good interview, so some things have come easy to you. What's been something that's been difficult for you as making an adjustment up here in your rookie season?
I think it's just coming in and day out, just staying focused. And not really like taking any at bats off. Just trying to just not take a pitch off, honestly, on the hitting side. So it's just getting better at that, getting in the routines, and going out and trying to perform every night.
One pitch at a time. I absolutely love it. Drake Baldwin, you're going to see this guy for a long, long time.
And here's Ron Acuna Jr.'s interpreter and the beat reporters after the victory against the Giants.
Yeah, I always try to anticipate those plays like I mentioned before. And my objective every time I get on base is to find a way to score no matter what. And right away when I stepped on second, I was looking out in the outfield and I noticed that the center fielder was kind of far back. So by that point, I knew already that I was going to go for it. Did you think my center fielder was going to throw home or throw it to second base? I was just thinking I was going to score.
Did Freddie say anything to you? Did you say anything to Freddie after going?
No, just because, I think I have a little bit of experience running the bases. And
How much fun have these past few days been to show off your arm, 450-foot homer, and now your legs? I mean, you keep saying can be as dynamic and as good as I was before the injury. How fun is it to show that?
And really, I want to give all the credit to the coaching staff and the medical staff and basically everyone who put in all the work and time to get me ready for this opportunity and this situation to be playing in. So all the credit to them.
What have you felt like the job Drake's done, given that he doesn't have that much major league experience?
I mean, it's been incredible, and I mean, I think everyone's seen it, and y'all have seen it, and like we say, he's a horse.
Ronald, they've only got you at 60 speed on MLB The Show. Do we need to send in that clip and get it moved up a little bit?
60.
I think that was all part of the injury. The injury was being taken into account, so I think next year they should have it at 99.
Yeah, we need the update.
Yeah.
As I continue to develop and feel better physically, I'll probably continue to become more aggressive on the base paths. And I think that's just going to happen organically and depending on how I feel. As much as I need the team, I know the team needs me to do certain things, but I think it's just going to depend on how I continue to feel. But if I continue to progress, then I'll probably continue to become more aggressive. Just want to give credit to our coaching staff, the hitting coaches in particular, with Tim Hires, Mendez, Hugh, and just thankful to them. And I think that they're a big part of the reason why I'm able to draw 3 walks in a game and, show some plate discipline and everything. So big shout out to them.
All right, let's get it. Time for those lineups and roll call. Baby boy, baby girl, step to the front stage. We're going to try a thing called a winning streak.
Well, the season's finally here, and the players...
Hey, football fans, you ready for the gridiron? Thursday and Friday mornings, the Armchair Quarterback Show returns, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be talking college and NFL football, the point spreads, fantasy football advice, and more. Want to catch it live? Become a Country Club member today here on Braves Country Radio. We'll make the replay available to the public later on that day as we're being broadcasted nationwide on independent radio stations. As a member catching it live, you can ask your questions. We'll answer all. Point spread advice, player props, your fantasy football questions. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show, Thursday and Friday mornings this fall here on Braves Country Radio.
He's the armchair quarterback. He's full of beer and he's full of snacks. The all-American man.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing center field for the San Francisco Giants, Jung Ho Lee. 249 average, 6 home runs, 41 RBI, 6 stolen bases. Helio Ramos is in left field batting second. 14 home runs, 49 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .265. Rafael Devers is at first base and batting third. He has 17 home runs, 68 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .257. Batting cleanup, playing short, Willie Adames. 15 home runs, 52 RBI, a .230 average, 4 stolen bases. Matt Chapman is batting fifth and playing third. 13 home runs, 35 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .238. Wilmer Flores, the designated hitter, is batting sixth. 11 home runs, 55 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .245. Casey Schmidt is at second and batting seventh. He has 7 home runs, 16 RBI, a .246 clip. Patrick Bailey behind home plate, batting eighth. 2 home runs, 27 RBI, a .203 average. Matos is in right field and batting ninth. 5 home runs with a .175 average, 12 RBI, 2 stolen bases. On the mound for the San Francisco Giants, it's Landon Roop, 6-6 with a 3.27 ERA, a 1.45 whip, 96 innings, 99 hits allowed, 89 strikeouts, 41 walks, 8 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Davis Daniel. Daniel, just the 1 appearance versus St. Louis last week, 5 innings, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, no home runs served. Backing up Daniel in the bottom of the 1st inning, leading off and playing left field, Jurickson Profar. 3 home runs, 8 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .231. Batting second, playing first, Matt Olson. 18 home runs, 64 RBI, a .262 average. Ronald Acuna Jr. batting third, playing right. 13 home runs, 24 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .328. Drake Baldwin is batting cleanup and behind home plate. He has 11 home runs, 39 RBI, a .290 average. Ozzie Albies batting fifth, playing second. 9 home runs, 39 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .223. Sean Murphy, the designated hitter, is batting sixth with 16 home runs, 38 RBI, a .240 average. Nacho Alvarez is batting seventh and playing third. He has a .227 average, 5 for 22 on the year. Batting eighth and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. 7 home runs, 46 RBI, 12 stolen bases, batting .210. Nick Allen batting ninth, playing short, a .237 average, 18 RBI, 6 stolen bases, and 17 runs saved above replacement. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Sean Barber. Your first base umpire, Ryan Willis. Second base will be manned by DJ Rayburn, and down the third base line, it's John Lipka. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, at first pitch, 7:15 p.m., are expected to be 89 degrees. Humidity at 61%. Woof. The wind blowing slightly out to center at 6 miles an hour. Bring your fans and cold beverages. Our pick to click tonight for your Atlanta Braves, give me Matt Olson. He's 2 for 5 lifetime with 3 RBIs. We're going to take your Atlanta Braves, who are minus 113 on the money line, and the over-under is 9. We'll take the Bravos to win this one. Going to need some runs with Daniel on the hill. Give me the Braves to put some more on the board tonight and win it 6-3. Your American Rebel beer, keys to the game tonight. It's going to be all about Davis Daniel. Doesn't have dominating stuff, but he looked good the other day going against that Cardinal lineup, which is pretty comparable when you look at San Francisco's. Giants have a couple of big boppers, but all in all, it's not one of the tougher offensive lineups in Major League Baseball. Nothing like the one we saw against the Yankees this past weekend. If Daniel can go out there and shove for 5 innings, keep the score down, don't need the shutout, but keep us in the game, keep it 1 to 2 runs, somewhere around 5, maybe even 6 innings, Braves are going to have an excellent chance of winning this game. Landon Roop, when he saw the Braves out in San Francisco, he went 6 innings, 3 earned runs, only struck out 2 and walked 2. The Braves got some hits, they just didn't get the big hits to win the game. That was in the middle of our incredibly bad skids that we've seen from time to time in this 2025 season. Braves offense are playing a little better these days, and I think they'll get to Root and get to that bullpen. Remember, they used the back half of their bullpen yesterday because they hadn't used them in so long, they wanted to get them some work. But if we can jump out to an early lead, they'll save them in the hopes that Verlander could get them a win tomorrow. Keep the bat on the ball, and a guy who's not quite as known as a strikeout pitcher, he'll get his whiffs, but he's not overpowering. Put the bat on the ball and good things will happen, especially with some of the speedsters that we have in the lineup tonight. Should be noted, wasn't really addressed in the post game, but they were trying to allude to it. Freddie Gonzalez held up Ronald Acuna Jr. on that play where he scored from first on a single. And you do wonder where this is all heading because he's made a couple of blunders out there at third base. Now, I'm not going to blame Freddie across the board. He's not the reason why the offense has stunk. But he's made some bad judgment calls over this past month or so. Just like Tuiasa Sopor, they just don't read the ball well coming off the bat and when they should and should not send guys. It really is an art, and the guys that do it well kind of go unnoticed. The guys that kind of stink it up, well, we talk about them in the postgame. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks To all the country club members, please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, Braves Country. So if you missed it, they did not activate Riley today. It sounds like Friday. They said he had a little soreness, and there's no point of activating him tonight if he's not going to play, because you got the turnaround on Wednesday at noon, so you knew they wouldn't play him then if he's sore tonight. So they're going to wait till Friday, it sounds like, and I believe when we get to Texas, he'll be ready to roll. Speaking of Texas, DeGrom's on the hill tonight. We try to do some investigating, see if we can dodge him. We would face him Sunday if they end up not taking the extended rest for him. All right, let's see who's in Braves Country. And if you haven't seen it, DeGrom is pitching well this year, as to be expected. I see Peter. SS Dub. George Pearson. All Country Club members. We got Country Club members. Uncle Charlie in the chat tonight. What you talking about, Willis? Straight shooter. Pushing buttons. Gary the Real McCoy. Justin Green Machine. BM. It's almost Bama season for you. Timmy Powell. Was a club member, not anymore. See who else we have in the Country Club. CT Chris Townsend. Good to see you. See George Pearson. I'm assuming Neil Pearson's in here too. Jason Up and Adams. John. Country Club members. Gad is a Country Club member. See who else we have in here tonight. Edward Spry, Tree Nug. My man Nathaniel Brooks. George Rogers, Heisman Trophy winner. Razor Quack. Fred Reichner. Right said Fred. And Justin Hightower. Good to see all the Country Club members. I think we missed a couple that weren't in, that are not in the club. Let me catch them up. Jameson Taylor. Timmy Powell. Erdy? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that. Erdy's got some problems. Poor little Erdy. Point to the doll and tell us where baseball hurt you, Erdy. Who else do we have in here? Braden Quinn. I think I got Mark Ricky Ricardo, but I don't remember saying it, so good to see you, Mark. Daryl Little. Think that's everybody. If we missed you, jump in the chat. We'll throw a shout out to you. Jamie Payne and James Fisher. All right, we're going to be back at a flash when we come back. Pitch by pitch, play by play of those Atlanta Braves. Our love-hate relationship continues when we return. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves Country. go ahead and put that up so that we getting ready for the pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Your Atlanta Braves. Rafael Devers, by the way, is going to be playing first base tonight. This will be interesting because he is not a first baseman by trade. That was the big reason why he was traded from the Red Sox. He's trying to learn the craft. But you know what happens when you're trying to hide someone on the defensive end. The ball normally finds him. Now here's hoping some bullets come his way. We'll see what he's got. Davis Daniel throwing his final warm-up pitches. Braves wearing their home whites top to bottom. Braves across the chest in red, along with the tomahawk outlined in navy. Tomahawk striped in gold. Numbers on the back the same, red and navy, and the names on the back in navy with the navy ball cap, red bill, and the classic wide A representing the city of Atlanta. Giants once again are wearing their road grays. Block letters, San Francisco across the chest in black outlined in orange. Black ball caps and the orange interlocking SF. And thank you for the contributions. We got Straight Shooter Charlie, Uncle Charlie, and PETA with the gift membership. We are just about set, pitch by pitch, play by play. Yes, sir. It is baseball time in Braves country, and the first pitch on the way is a strike on the inner cut. Looks like we already got the 3D jamming. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on, lifted high into left field, but not very deep. Underneath it is Jerickson Profar for out number one. Fanning around the outfield left to right, it's Profar to Harris to Acuna. Around the horn, you got Nacho, Allen, Ozzie, and Olsen. Baldwin behind the plate tonight. Your DH is Sean Murphy. Righty-righty matchup, Helio Ramos batting .265. The first pitch on the way is a strike right down Main Street. It's 0-1. What you'll see from Davis Daniel today is the 0-1 swung on. That ball's lifted into right field, going up against the wall. It's going to come off the wall. Acuna fires it back into the infield, and he's going to keep Ramos to a long single. How about the rifle on that young man? Wow. Ball goes off the wall. Ramos is an outfielder. He's not a catcher. He played it perfectly off the hop, and on the one hop, he throws a crow hop right to second base. Then Ramos slammed on the brakes. Allen with the cutoff. First pitch on the way to Rafael Devers. It's right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Looked like Ramos might have stumbled a little bit, but nonetheless, I don't think he was going to challenge it. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Splitter in the dirt. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swung on, chopped off the instep. 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Double play depth for the infield, back into the right. Daniel comes set, brings it, splitter in the dirt, 2-2. He throws a 4-pitch mix, does Daniel. He leans on the 4-seam fastball almost half the time, 49%. Then he'll mix in the splitter and the slider pretty evenly at 43% total. And he has a keep you on a sweeper at 8%. The 2-2 swung on, banged on the ground. That's going to be an easy 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. How about that? Davis Daniels in the house. We'll grab the bats when we return. Jurickson Profar leads us off in Braves country.
What did you say? I said you dress like a hoe, but I used to dress like a hoe too. But not as hoey as you guys.
Woo! What's up with it, mother? What's up, baby? Did you miss me?
Before you judge me, let me walk you through it. I settled in, I started eating, and then I realized I didn't have a place to put the bones. I didn't want to put them on the sheets because you made it very clear you don't like that. Long story short, I've invented the shirt plate.
You promised me you would stick to your diet. Aren't you at all concerned about your health?
I'll tell you what I am concerned about. My blue cheese cup. I'm empty.
You know what? Here. Have cookies for dinner, okay? I give up. I officially give up. You happy? What are you doing?
You gave up!
Y'all ever looked at y'all coworker and said, this place just hired any goddamn body?
They were united in their goal on the field, even if their two biggest stars were hardly cut from the same cloth.
You know, to me, you're two different people, and I think the public ought to know it. Actually,
You call me an animal.
Well, I call you the animal, that's right.
We live kind of different lives. Johnny was always hanging with the right people. You'd probably say I was hanging with the wrong people because I'm a gambler, okay? You know, I like to go to the racetrack. I don't think Johnny ever been to a racetrack.
And the differences between Bench and Rose led some to wonder about their relationship.
There was, especially with Pete and Johnny, competition. I mean, here was Pete, who had been there longer, had been a Cincinnati kid. He's playing in his hometown, had developed the role of Charlie Hustle. And here comes Johnny, even though he's from Binger, Oklahoma, but had an air of sophistication about him. So who was the alpha dog between those two?
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Reading some of y'all's comments at the break. Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a sinker right down the pipe to Jurickson Profar. Landon Roop, the pitcher, spelled R-O-U-P-P. He pronounces it Roop. The 0-1 misses high, 1-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Your outfield for the Giants pans out like this. Left to right is the 0-2. Curveball down the way, 1-2. It's Ramos to lead to Matos. Yaz is getting the seat tonight. And around the horn, you got Chapman to Adames to Schmidt, and Devers is at first, which could be interesting. The 1-2. Ball goes to the backstop on the strikeout. Ball gets away, and that's going to be a strikeout, but a wild pitch, and Jurickson Profar is on to start the inning. Doesn't matter how you get on, just get on, baby.
Well, the jerks start calling. They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
The ball kicked to the backstop and then rolled up towards the third base line. And by the time Bailey found it, as the first pitch right there is for a strike, it's 0-1 to Olsen. He was kind of blocked by the home plate umpire and realized he had no chance with Profar's speed. The 0-1, cutter right down the pipe, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Kicks and twists, swing, and just got a piece of it. It rolled to the backwards too. I think Bailey, the hind catcher, was thinking, are you serious again? But he did get a piece of it. It's 1 on, nobody out. Welcome in Jamie Payne. Wasn't there a movie Major Payne? The 0-2. Swing, lifts it. High into left field, but not very deep. Giving chases. Ramos, that's going to fall for a base hit. He could not get there in time. I think the sun might have blocked his view a little bit, but nonetheless, it'll go down as a base hit. We've got some good luck so far.
This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
Sometimes some good living gets you some good luck, and Braves must be doing it. Profar reaches on a wild pitch strikeout, and then Matt Olson bloops one down the left field line, and I think Ramos got a bad read on it because of the sun and a late break. So that'll bring Acuna to the plate. Acuna takes a curveball inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Left to right around the infield. We already did that. Bailey is behind the plate, and of course Roop is on the mound. He has a 4-pitch mix as the 0-1, 94 outside, 1-1. His 4-pitch mix looks like this. He's got a sinker and a curve that he leans on at about 76% of the time between the two. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. A changeup at 17% of the time, and then he's got a cut to keep you honest at about 7% of the time. Not known as a big-time strikeout pitcher, but he'll get 5 or 6 strikeouts per 6 innings. The 1-2. Outside, did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not. 2-2. 2-2 count. Draw it in a little bit where you can see Acuna's at bat. You can also see the fielders when there's a right-handed guy on the mound. The 2-2. Swing. Fists that one back foul. We'll do it again. Braves won game 1 of this series. 9-4. Tomorrow's game is the final game of the series. Remember, that is a 12:15 first pitch. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the curveball off the table. 1 down. Braves still have 2 on with just 1 down, and Drake Baldwin is about the hottest hitter the Braves have. And he had a night last night, 6 RBI. Most RBIs by a rookie Atlanta Brave in 20 years. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a curveball right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. In case you missed the pregame, it appears that Riley will be back on Friday now. The 0-1. Swing and a miss sinker, 0-2. He was still a little sore, so they didn't think they could start him tonight, and probably means he wouldn't be able to play tomorrow with it being an early game, so they just decided to go ahead and punt it until we get to Texas. You got the built-in day off on Thursday. The 0-2 count, righty-lefty matchup, his first time seeing Roop. Sinker off the edge, 1-2. The 1-2. Way outside wide, 2-2. Speaking of the Mets and Giants, see y'all talking about it in the chat. They are playing this weekend. We're going to bring you that game Friday night after the Braves game concludes. The 2-2. Caught looking, strike 3. Punched out on the inner track. Never moved a muscle, 2 down. So the Braves get the first 2 batters on, and now it's 2 on, 2 out. And it's all going to be up to Sean Murphy. Roop has thrown 19 pitches, so you can look at the positive there. I'm sorry, Ozzie Albies. I think I said Murphy. It's up to Ozzie Albies. First pitch on the way, swinging. Pops it up into center field, and that'll be a lazy fly ball. 1 pitch, 1 out. We've seen that song before. We'll be back in a flash. Braves put a couple on, but nobody can get them in. We'll be back.
Anyway, apparently I have to get back to work. This is bullshit.
Which means they couldn't be back-to-back champions.
If my aunt had stones, she'd be my uncle.
She had a mustache, she'd be my uncle. I mean,
I know some women got mustaches. I'm from Alabama, trust me.
as we digress into his dating in Alabama, the women with mustaches.
Hey, it's 4:30. Isn't there an early bird special you should be running off to?
She's 50. She's not an old woman.
Hello? No, I'm not hungry yet. Well, if we get there by 5:30, I'm sure they'll honor it.
Is she calling dinner supper?
So, what are you doing this afternoon?
Oh, I'm just sorting out my pills for the week, sweetie.
Well, you do that, and I'll be over a little later.
Huh? Did I get it? Was she sorting out her pills for the week?
Actually, she just got back from the gym, and she's jumping in the shower.
She got a chair in that shower?
Shut up!
Johnny was really popular in Cincinnati, but I probably was more popular simply because the only reason, because I was born there, not because I was a better player. I mean, I was born 3 miles from the ballpark. I don't know if Johnny really understood this ever, and I don't think he ever let that known, but I think he had trouble with that.
There was no difference in Pete and I. We were partners in a car dealership. We were partners in a bowling alley. We had the same drive. He was driven to be that, and that was fine. He could be the spokesperson. It was great because I didn't have to talk. They'd come and ask an opinion, and he could give it. He was great copy. I didn't need the pub, and it wasn't like I ever looked at it like, what the heck's they doing? How come they don't come and see me? I don't care.
When we're on the ballpark, we all get along. I never see a discussion or anything between Pete and Johnny.
They both understood they were in a situation where this was extraordinary. This may be one of the great teams of all time, and they weren't going to let any problem that they may have or who's going to be the bigger stud or whatever. Nothing was ever done to the detriment of the team.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Davis Daniel is a P at the knees. Four-seam fastball to the right-handed batter, Willie Adames. It's 0-1. Braves nothing, Giants nothing. Top of the second inning, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper, 0-2. Not sure what happened to the screen here, so we're just going to go back to the old school. If you're just joining us, the Braves had a golden opportunity in the bottom of the first, just couldn't cash in. Runners on first and second with nobody out. The 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the sweeper off the edge. No dice. 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Brings it. 90 inside. Four-seam fastball. 2-2. The 2-2. Splitter in the dirt. Full count. So get out ahead and now is falling behind. We'll see what their game plan is tonight with Daniel. I think they're going to try to get him through 5 innings if everything works out. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it foul. Sweeper into the Giants' third base dugout. Into the camera well. We'll do it again. Full count. Brings it. In the dirt, ball 4. So Adames works himself on with a leadoff walk. I'd like to see him be a little more aggressive there with Chapman coming to the plate because he can put a dent in the ball. Rather take your chances with the defense there. First pitch on the way to Chapman is 90 off the plate. Four-seamer. It's 1-0. Daniel, by the way, 17 pitches in. And it's Davis Daniel, not Daniels like you would think it would be. The 1-0. 90 just misses. Ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. Davis Daniel comes set. They set up high. Swing. That ball's lifted into center field. That's going to go back on the track. She gone. Did it get off the wall? Looked like it bounced in the crowd. Here comes the runner around to score. Guess they're going to call that a triple. It must have hit the top of, it was right there where the sun hit the top of the wall. And I thought it left the building. I think it did. I think they're going to look at this again. Looking at the replay, yeah, it left the yard. Neither one of the broadcast teams on television in San Francisco or Atlanta realized that they were calling it like a true. But yeah, it went off a fan's sign. They had a sign, so it's 2-0. They'll review it and they'll get it right. There's no way that ball stayed in the stadium. And they're showing it on the Jumbotron, too. So a 2-run shot, and just like I talked about, why you want to be more aggressive and not pitch around Adames, because Matt Chapman has made the Braves pay every single game we've played against him this year. They're reviewing it. They'll get the call right. 2-0 your score. Matt Chapman will have hit his 14th home run by the time this ends. Hey, there's everybody loves Raymond Lovelace. It's in a weird spot for those of y'all can't see it on TV. It's right where the sun is smacking up against the wall, and you got the yellow line, and all the fans out there are wearing white T-shirts. So it's very easy to lose it, but you can just tell by the way it came off, there was no way. If Harris could get there in time, he could have stolen the home run, but he had a long way to go. And that ball got out in a hurry. So 2-0 your score. Waiting for the review to confirm it. Davis Daniel gives up a 2-run shot. Sailor's asking him who Davis Daniel is. He is a pitcher for the Braves. Started in St. Louis. I believe that was the Sunday game. Been down in the minors all year, but with the plethora of injuries that the Braves have had, it's funny you see all these people say they're calling that a triple. Wow, that's a bad call. We'll take it, but that's a horrific call. That ball bounced off of a fan in the crowd. Came back in. If this were on the shoes on the other foot, we would be irate right now. May not matter. Runner at third, nobody out. We'll see if Daniel can get out of it. First pitch on the way is a slider right there on the edge. It's 0-1. Usually what happens in these cases, the home plate umpire realizes that they made a mistake. You're going to get a very generous call until that runner comes home. The 0-1. Slider right there for a strike. It's 0-2. Braves have pulled the infield in. Wilmer Flores stands at the plate. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it, and that will score the run. Fly ball to Jurickson Profar. He'll toss it in the infield. But that, I mean, there's so many things that affects. Not just in the out at Las Vegas in the betting world, but you don't know what kind of contract stipulations and bonuses that these guys have, and you took a home run away from a guy. That was another bad call. I mean, I'll tell you what, if we're going to bring this ABS system in, we got to fix the morons they have out there up in New York who are making these calls. First pitch on the way is 90 off the plate. Four-seam fastball, it's 1-0. I'd say number one with the bullet is get some kind of an age discrepancy. Once someone hits a certain age, your eyesight starts to go. Get them out of the replay booth. 1-0, misses high and tight. Up top for a strike, it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, pops it up. Over into right field. That's going to bounce just before the seats. Foul ball, 1-2. So the Braves trail 2-0. Davis Daniel, we talked about this pregame. I mean, he's a journeyman. He's not someone, this is not someone that we're building the franchise around. He's literally out there to give us a start and give us the best he can. His first start with Atlanta, 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, was well above what you expect from him. 1-2 from Daniel. Slider down and away, 2-2. And he pitched those 5 innings in a rain delay. He came came back out after one of those rain delays. The 2-2 swing. That ball's belted. She is gone. Schmidt looking like Michael Jack Schmidt. He clobbered that ball. How far did that fly? 105 miles an hour off the bat. They're saying 416. 416, my Patuki. That thing was 486. If it was a foot, that thing disappeared into the night. That ball was hit so hard, by the time it landed, there was no sun wherever it landed at. The sun starts to fade behind the wall here in Atlanta. Good Lord. No way that was 416. First pitch on the way to Bailey as he drops down a bunt. His bounce back foul. It's 0-1. So the Giants out to a 3-0 lead. Pitch on the way, down and away. 1-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-1. Swing lifts that one into center field. Going back on the track, chasing it. That's going to go off the wall. Harris gets it off the carom, and it is a one-out double. And Daniel struggling. Giving up 3. He's thrown 30 pitches in 2 innings. He's only got the 1 out in this inning. His pitchers are just getting way too much of the plate. I mean, that thing was teed up. He's lucky he got that one back. Drake is going out there to talk to him, but not a whole heck of a lot he can tell him other than hit your spots. Luis Matos will be the batter. And the kid that clobbered that last home run, he's not even a home run hitter. He's a light hitting second baseman. He has 4 home runs on the year, and he smoked that ball. Matos, the number 9 hitter, comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is a slider in the dirt. That's 1. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. 90 at the knees. Evens up the count at 1-1. One count. Brings it in the dirt, 2-1. Braves trail 3-0. Luis Matos, who's batting just 175, that hasn't mattered yet so far. Davis Daniel trying to work his way out of this jam. Looks back the runner, the 2-1 pitch. Misses high and out of the zone. Ball 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Looming on deck, the top of the order, in Jung-Ho Lee. The 3-1. 90 outside, wide, ball 4. So he walks another one. Quickly starting to regret not cashing in our opportunity in the bottom of the first when we had runners on first and second and nobody out. Daniel with 2 walks already. No strikeouts. 4 hits allowed. And they're back to the top of the order. Lee flew out to left his first time up. First pitch on the way is 88 inside. 1-0. The 1-0. Down below the knees. 2-0. Here we go. Krantz is finally getting to get up off his keister, go out there and talk to him. This guy is flailing. In this inning, 28 pitches. Maybe Krantz has seen something to help him. Might just be more than words of encouragement over anything else. But you kind of would have liked to have seen that after that last walk. I mean, he is definitely struggling. Runners on first and second, 1 out. The 2-0. Nowhere near the zone, ball 3. That pitch, four-seam fastball, was over the head of Jung-Ho Lee. So now he'll be sitting dead red. Anything else, he'll let it go. The 3-0. He got a very generous strike call there. 3-1. I think the sign that the fan hit with the home run ball is the 3-1, misses high, ball 4. He'll head on down to first. It looks like it's the lady that's holding up the Jung-Ho Lee sign, the Japanese caricatures. Can't tell if that's the same area or not. It may not be. It might have just been near it. Bases loaded, 1 out. Brian Snicker just looked over to Krantz like, I don't know what the hell to do here because we got no one to put out there. Bases loaded, 1 out. Daniel, 89, misses high, 1-0. What a nightmare. The 1-0. Swing, rips it into center field. Coming over, making the catch is Harris. He'll fire it in the infield and go to third to keep the runners from advancing. The runner at third comes home to score, and San Francisco leads it 4-0. Smart play by Harris. His momentum was taking him towards left field on that catch. There's no way he was going to get the guy going home. So at least keep the runners at first and second. First pitch on the way to Devers is chopped over to first, and that's going to thankfully end this inning. Whew! I'd say it could have been worse, but it could have been better. We'll be back in a flash, see if we can put a dent on the scoreboard.
Do you believe in true love in your culture, in my culture? Do you mean Irish people? We're just normal. Like we're not like out in the forest. Like we're just normal. I have a television and stuff.
Your name Peter?
Do I look like my name is Peter, you skunk-hard mother?
She just called me a mother.
You understood that, didn't you, you bow-legged bag?
Look, if everybody's sitting around and your mama gets up and grabs a Diet Coke out of the fridge, a pack of Virginia Slims, starts walking towards the back door and says, I'm losing my get up. Get up and help. Get up and go outside and play. Get up and leave. You know the drill.
I think they have a fairly complicated set of signs that they go through.
I never told this to anybody, but he called his own pitches.
I think it's pretty amazing how he did it. So how he caught the ball from Eddie determined what the next pitch was going to be.
Tap his leg with his glove. That is a sign to Eddie Perez.
Nobody ever knew it. I mean, it was kind of brilliant.
They don't call him the professor for nothing.
It was a regular season game, and Bobby sent Leo out to tell Maddox that he wanted to walk Gonzalez. Luis Gonzalez hit Maddox pretty good. Doggy's like, nope, not gonna do it.
He goes, what? He goes, give me 2 pitches. I think I can pop him up to third base.
He goes, I'm gonna throw him a changeup down and away, first pitch, then I'm going to throw him a cutter, middle in, and he's going to hit a pop-up, the chipper, and we're going to get out of this inning. Leo just kind of looks at him, and he looks at the rest of us, and he goes, okay. And he turns around, and he walks back to the dugout. And I mean, you can hear Bobby's just pissed. So sure enough, he throws him change up down and away, ball one, cutter in.
Got under this one a little bit, pops it down the left field line.
And I'm standing underneath the pop-up, just thinking, you have got to be kidding me. Caught it, inning over.
Bobby and I looked at each other and went, unbelievable.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
Sean Murphy, the batter. Braves trail 4-0. First pitch on the way is a sinker down and in. It's 1-0. 1-0. Curveball grabs the inside track. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, change up, 1-2. Sean Murphy, Nacho Alvarez, and Michael Harris due up, trying to put a dent in this 4-run deficit. The 1-2, good take, 2-2. You also want to give a little breather on the bench there for Davis Daniel, who threw over 30 pitches in the last inning, giving up 4 runs. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up. Chase that one. That should be an easy catch. It is in left field. Lazy fly ball, 1 down. I'm just glad Daniel finally got out of that one.
Thank God. I was going to take his belt. I want to find him hanging in the shower.
Nacho Alvarez, the batter. First pitch on the way, 96 up top. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swung on, foul. That ball goes to the backstop he held up. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Hits it hard down the third base line, but plenty foul over to the tarps. Nacho Alvarez batting .227. The 1-2. Swing, golfs it back behind home plate. We'll do it again. Saw someone asking if Nacho Alvarez could play shortstop on X this morning. Like, man, y'all just think y'all can just stick anybody anywhere. Pitch on the way. Swing, rattles it back foul. You think Orlando Arcia doesn't have range. You put Nacho out there trying to... And I don't know why you'd want to do that. His numbers are worse than Nick Allen's. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Michael Harris will be your batter. First pitch on the way. Swing, laces it to the left. That's going to get down for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Michael. All right, let's turn it around there, Mr. Harris.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Kind of corkscrewed it towards the outfield. Chased one a little bit off the plate, but didn't try to do too much with it. Sent it the other way, and we've got a runner at first, 2 outs, and Nick Allen, the batter. First pitch on the way. It's outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. We'll move it back in case Michael takes off. The 1-0. Swing, chops it off the glove. It's going to be a tough play, but the second baseman Schmidt stuck with it, and that'll end the inning. So it'll be a 1-4-3 And that'll end the inning. Braves lead it 4-0. We go to the top of the third, see if Davis Daniel has calmed down.
Wow, you're such an emotionally strong person.
Thank you. I literally have no other option.
Did you hear the story about the kid who was outside the Democratic fundraiser selling kittens? When the people came out from the fundraiser, he was holding up the kittens and he was saying, "Buy a Democrat kitten." Well, a couple of weeks later, the Republicans held a fundraiser in the same place. And when they came out, there was the same kid with the kittens. And he said, "Buy a Republican kitten." And one of the members of the press who'd seen him there 2 weeks before said, "Wait a minute, kid. You were selling these kittens the last time as Democrat kittens. How come the Republican kittens now?" Kid says, "Because now they got their eyes open."
Golf is a nice, relaxing way to get super frustrated and really disappointed in yourself.
Y'all, somebody said this presidential election was like nobody was listening to mom and then dad came home.
Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the World Series to be played here for the third time in the last 5 seasons.
I think when you look at the 95 Braves, you're looking at the confluence of this great pitching staff and an offense as well that was just dynamic. I mean, the Braves' talent was probably at its peak at that point, and if it wasn't going to be 95, I don't know when it was going to be.
After you've been to the World Series a couple times, it doesn't take a lot as a player to start looking at it and realize that, you know, you're only going to get so many opportunities.
I think our first 8 World Series losses were all by 1 run. 95 was essential for us.
I mean, I remember that was my first World Series. I had watched their 2 World Series on the couch in Vegas. The nerves, the excitement, you're at a 10 nerve-wise. They don't get any higher than they could get.
Maybe the best pitcher of his time in the minds of many, Greg Maddux is on the mound tonight.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Davis Daniel is a 4-seam fastball high and out of the zone. It's 0-1. Braves infield is back into the left. The 4, 5, 6 hitters due up this inning. The 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me. Up and inside, 2-0. Last time up, Adames got it started by drawing the walk, and then the next thing you know, Chapman came up and drilled one out of the park. They called it a triple, but he came home to score on the next play anyways. The 2-0 makes it 3-0. So a 3-0 from Daniel. Fastball top of the zone, 3-1. It looks like his control issues are still continuing. Three 3-1 count. Daniel looks in, comes set, grabs the outer edge. Oh, come on. That pitch was a strike. I know he hasn't been hitting the zone, but that was an awful call by Sean Barber. I remember the last time we did a game with him, he wasn't too sharp, and he is definitely a butter knife at this point. That pitch, they're actually giving him the benefit of the doubt on the Braves vision. On the actual stat track, the entire ball was in the zone. First pitch on the way is a slider, smacks back foul. It's 0-1. Braves track has, like, I don't know, 75-80% of the ball being in the zone. That entire ball hit the zone. The 0-1. Right there on the outer edge. That was a strike. It's 0-2. So make that make sense. A pitch that was probably 3 inches wider away is called a strike. The 0-2. Swing, laces it into right, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Drops just in front of Acuña's feet. And Adames slides into second. And they've got runners on first and second and nobody out. Who knows if he gets Adames on the next pitch. But the idea that you pinch a guy like that, I mean, that is just absurd. First pitch on the way is 89, right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. One of the reasons why is that most of the umpires set themselves up a little differently. Barber crouches behind the catcher like he's scared of the ball. The 0-1. Swing, chops it over to third, but it'll just go foul. It's 0-2. That's why he couldn't see that part of the strike zone, is because he was hiding behind Baldwin. That's something you expect to see in high school or Little League ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Daniel gets his first strikeout of the game. He's at 54 pitches. He'll be lucky if he can get through this inning and maybe the fourth. They're probably going to try to push the envelope because of where they're at in the Braves rotation right now with all the injuries. First pitch on the way to Schmidt, who clocked one his last time up. It's fouled away. It's 0-1. Schmidt hit a ball that they claimed went 416 feet. It was closer to 416 yards. Ball disappeared. The 0-1 swung on, pops it up, will stay in play. Baldwin gives chase back behind home plate. It'll just go into the stands. And it's 0-2. Casey Schmidt with his 5th home run of the year. Yeah, they're showing it again on the Giants cam, Giants vision. That ball just vanishes. I think sometimes they just guess and go, it looks about 416. What do you say? The 0-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Daniel delivers. Swing, chops it back behind home plate. We'll do it again. Philly leads Boston 4-1. That game is in the 4th. Two on, one out. The 0-2. Swing, chops that one foul. On deck is Bailey. Matos is in the hole. The 0-2 count. Down and away, 1-2. Splitter in the dirt. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls that one back. He's really making them work. So a 1-2 to Schmidt. Runners at first and second. One out. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Swing. That ball's hammered over to third. Nacho to Ozzie to Olsen. They're going to say he's safe. Might want to check that. But right now it's runners on the corners and 2 outs. We did get the 1 out. They're not going to challenge it. It was close. It looked like he probably beat it. Sometimes you're... Oh, yeah, he beat it. After seeing that replay, he was crossing the bag before the ball ever reached Olsen. So runners on the corners, 2 outs, trying to find any way to get out of this jam. Patrick Bailey, who's 1 for 1, righty-lefty, first pitch, nowhere near the zone. Slider outside, it's 1-0. 1-0. Baseball trade deadline just a few days away. The 1-0 swing. That ball's hammered down the first base line. Off, just foul. Trade deadline is a week from Thursday. (6 p.m. Eastern). The 1-1. Hammered towards right field, but coming over, making the running catches, Ronald Acuna Jr., and that will end the inning. So he came out of that one unscathed. We've got the top of the order due up when we return.
She made fun of me for getting Capri Suns, and then she drank 8 of my Capri Suns.
Zach, you're in your 20s and you're arguing over Capri Suns, dude.
Either you ground her or I fight her.
Mom,
Look at my friend's baby.
No,
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
Mom, you're on FaceTime.
Oh, so cute.
Really need 8 bottles of wine?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the wine sheriff? Because I am the police, and you have the right to remain silent.
Can we stop calling Americans uncultured because they haven't traveled outside of America? No, seriously. America has everything. Every landscape you can think of. Every weather you can think of. And you want it in America, you get it. You go to a different state. You go to the East Coast, you go to the West Coast, you go to the Midwest. America has everything. Americans don't need a passport. They don't. They don't need a passport. It doesn't make them uncultured because Americans can go on vacation, on holiday in their own country.
In the early 1970s, Johnny Bench was the most popular star on one of the most popular teams in America's most popular sport, and his fame extended well beyond the baseball diamond.
Whenever you're around him, then sooner or later he's going to be the centerpiece, and he's going to be telling a story, or he's going to be singing a song, or he's going to be telling a joke.
People love being in the presence and in Johnny's company.
And along with the talk shows, tours, and movie cameos came something else, his own TV show.
In 1971, I had the Johnny Bench Show, and my co-host was a guy named Al Michael.
We wound up doing the Johnny Bench Show, a syndicated variety show. So I was Ed McMahon to Johnny Carson. That was pretty cool. We had a lot of fun doing that show.
I got to get my oven with it, Johnny.
My TV show. Most of the artists we could get in those days were artists from Nashville, singers and everything else.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. I'd like to send our condolences out to all you Ozzy Osbourne fans. And I didn't know it till after we got off the air last night that Malcolm Jamal Warner had passed away too. Drowning at the age of 54. First pitch on the way to Jurickson Profar. It's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. I get lost in the world of baseball, checking different stats and everything, getting ready for the night's game. I don't see hardly any of that stuff. A couple of people actually sent me the Ozzy. I don't know why over Jamal Warner is the 2-0, outside wide 3-0. Because honestly, I wasn't an Ozzy listener. I have nothing against his music, but just it's not my cup of tea. And I remember more about Theo from Cosby Show. The 3-0, up top, hits for a strike, 3-1. Three 1 count. Kicks and fires. 92 up top, full count. So from 3-0 to 3-2, 2 pitches at the top of the zone. Both of them appeared to be strikes. The payoff pitch, swing, rolls it over towards first, but foul. Profar looked perplexed about he looked more perplexed about the first one than the second one, and honestly, the first one was much more in the zone, but they were both strikes. Payoff pitch, infield back into the right, kicks and brings it. Swing! That ball's hammered towards right field. That is going to get off the wall. It's going to roll down. It gets down where the green grass grows. Here comes Profar, winding first, heading to second, and he gets shoved off the base by the infielder. He's safe, and I think he's jammed a finger. So here we go. Looks like he's injured. It's his left hand. He's shaking it. And I don't know how it happened because it looked like he slid feet first. Let me see what happened here. He hits the ground. He rolls. Oh, maybe he stepped on it? I'm thinking the infielder stepped on his hand by accident. I'm not saying it was intentional. We look at, yeah, that's what happened. He stepped on it, jammed his finger. That's what happened. The infielder, I think that's Adames. Yeah, it's Willie Adames. He stepped on his finger and kind of jammed it in between the bag and his foot. I think he's going to be okay. Him and Adames. Profar's like, what the hell happened to my hat? Nobody knows. They can't find his hat. See if we can scan it. See if we can find it for him. Someone must have picked it up and taken it back to the dugout. I mean, his helmet, excuse me. Devers retrieves him one. I don't know if that's the same helmet or not. That was weird. So he's going to be okay. He just jammed him. I don't know if it broke skin or not, but at first I thought he had actually jammed the finger into the base, but what it was, they stepped on him. Not that that feels any better, but it won't put you on the IL. First pitch on the way to Olsen is off the plate, wide curveball. It's 1-0. Braves trail 4-0. Still a long way to go in this one. The 1-0. 92 outside wide. 2-0. The 2-0 count. Adames continues to talk to Profar, basically trying to apologize. The 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. I think Profar knows it wasn't intentional, just one of those things that happens. Righty-lefty matchup. Getting one run back here would feel good. The 2-1, swing, fouls it back, do it again. Root, by the way, he's at 45 pitches here with no outs here in the third, so a little north of where he'd like to be. The 2-2 count. Righty-lefty. Acuna stands on deck. The pitch. Swing, lifts it. High into center field, not very deep. Lee's going to make the catch and fire it into the infield for out number one. Profar stays put. Olsen got underneath that one. And that'll bring Acuna to the plate, who struck out his first time up. Phillies lead the Red Sox 4-1. The Nationals are beating Chase Burns and the Reds 3-1. That game is in the sixth. First pitch to Acuna, swing, rattles it back foul. It's 0-1. The rest of your out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. They're in Cleveland, Ohio tonight, and the Guardians lead the Orioles 3-1. The 0-1. Curveball outside wide, 1-1. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Pirates have a 5-3 lead over the Tigers. Down on South Beach, the Marlins lead the Padres 2-1. 1-1 pitch, swing, rifles that back foul. Just a touch behind on some of these fast pitches. They're in Tampa, Florida, and the Rays are on top of the White Sox 4-2 in the fourth. Yankees have taken a 3-1 lead in Canada over the Blue Jays. 1-2. Swing, chops it foul, we'll do it again. Halos over the Metropolitans in Queens, 1-0 in the fifth. Royals and Cubs just got going. It's 0-0 in the first and on the south side. And the A's lead the Rangers in Texas 1-0. The 1-2. Misses high, 2-2. 93-mile-an-hour fastball just out of the zone. 2-2 count. Drake stands on deck. 1 on, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Strike 3. Yeah, he's handling Acuna And I don't know if he's not seeing the ball coming out of his hand well, but Acuna normally can catch up with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. He's just touched behind it. He may be sitting on the off-speed stuff, and it's hurting him. He only has a 4-pitch mix. The first pitch on the way to the Drake is a sinker up top. 1-0. We're only in the third inning here, but you'd like to get this run home. Get a leadoff double, you'd like to make it count. The 1-0 drifts inside, 2-0. That curveball he has kind of comes in like a wiffle ball pitch, kind of darts in. The 2-0 grabs the outer edge. Curveball, 2-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 2-1. Swing and a miss over the changeup, 2-2. The Braves are down to their last strike in the third inning. Profar out there at second base, waiting for anybody to send him home. The 2-2. Pops it back foul. A little bit off the plate, but a little too close for him to take. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Root about to hit, flirting with 60 pitches in the game. The 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. Ball kicks away. He got all the way to the on-deck circle of the Giants, but Profar stayed put. No sense of getting thrown out at third with 2 outs. Would have taken a perfect throw, but you can understand why he stayed put. The payoff pitch to Drake. Inside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Ozzie Albies will be your batter. He swung at the first pitch he saw his first time up and popped out to center. See, hopefully he's got a better approach this at bat. As he moves on to the on deck, moves on to the plate, Sean Murphy moves to the on deck circle and he represents the tying run. Nacho in the hole. If they keep the line moving, it would be Harrison, then Allen. So, pitching coach J.P. Martinez heads back to the dugout. We got runners at first and second. 2 outs. Ozzie. First pitch inside. 1-0. I don't know what it's going to do to get them to get Ozzie to watch pitches his first at bat. During this entire season-long streak, or slump as the 1-0 swung on, pops that up. He swings at the first pitch that he thinks is decently near the zone, and he flies out again, hitting way too high in the order, that's for sure. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
All right, I done got into my raisin rum cake I got for Christmas. It's gluten-free. It's also raisin and cake-free. Yeah, it's just rum.
Who'd you say did the electrical work?
Oh, that would be my nephew, Thomas. He's very handy.
Yeah. What year did his house burn down?
Oh, about 2 years ago. How do you know his house burned down?
These 6 days between Christmas and New Year's are the only time of year that you should strive to do absolutely nothing. Make zero progress. Take all the time off. Take a vacation from your vacation. Be the least impressive version of yourself.
Got to play golf with Arnold, and we walked the fairways together. And he would say hello to people. Hi, how you doing over there? Look at that one over there. Oh, how you doing over there? And you know, he knew how to, made people feel good, made eye contact. And I think I learned a lot that day about what it was to be famous, but at the same time, let people in on what you are and who you are.
If Arnie could teach Johnny a course on charm, maybe those lessons could be used on visits with another mentor.
He talked to my players a lot over the years, and he would always have something to say that the kids loved. And the kids loved it.
I think Johnny Bench had a way of relating to the American public. People gravitated toward him because he was such a great athlete, and this guy was the real deal.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Davis Daniel goes back to, well, we'll call it work. First pitch on the way. Swung on, pops it up. Will that stay in play? That would help out hugely. Drake Baldwin makes the catch right there at the on-deck circle for out number one. We need some quick outs. The 0-1, or one down. Top of the fourth. Daniel at 65 pitches. First pitch on the way is 89 right there on the inner cut to Dylan Lee. Not Dylan Lee, I'm sorry, Jonah Holy. Got the Braves on my brain. It's 0-1. Wish it was Dylan Lee trying to bat. The 0-1 swung on, fouled straight back. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count, swung on, chops it over the mound. Going to be a tough play for Allen, but he can do it. Fires it to first. Give that man his gold glove. 2 down, 6-3 on the putout. Two down. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball down below the knees to the right-handed bat of Helio Ramos. It's 1-0. Ramos 1 for 1 with a single and a sac fly RBI. Pitch on the way, 89 right down Main Street. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it in the dirt. 2-1. 2 up, 2 down. Braves would love to get out of this inning pretty quickly, and you can maybe spell the 5th inning with Daniel if he gets out of this one with ease. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to Allen. The human vacuum fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. How about that? Daniel gives us a 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
This generation is you guys. Boomers look back and go, holy crap, I can't believe I burned the flag and just stopped wearing a bra. Gen X looks back and we say, holy I can't believe I wore MC Hammer pants and curled my bangs. Millennials look back and go, holy cow, I cannot believe I went through a goth phase. This generation, when they reach 40, they're gonna look back and go, holy I can't believe I cut my wiener or my tits off.
Suspect took an everything shower but forgot to shave her mustache.
Talk to me! Suspect hates to spend money, but DoorDashes every single meal.
Suspect complains about my DoorDash spending, yet she burns water.
Man, you ever get stuck working with the woke on the job? There's always complaining about the white man holding them down, talking about he can't get ahead in life. Like, you've been washing dishes for 12 years. Who fault that is?
I'm just gonna put this out there. If you're a celebrity, I don't give a hot, steamy, corn-textured turd who you're voting for. If your biggest struggle is which red carpet event to attend this year, you don't make the list of informed sources for politics. Shut your mouth, go back to your movie set. The rest of us have to go to work.
I remember being at that 95 World Series, and I remember writing that this was Greg Maddox's series. This was his stage, and he was facing a really, really great Cleveland lineup. So this was going to be the ultimate challenge for Greg Maddux, and he comes out in Game 1 and essentially says, we're not losing the series.
12 straight sit down by the professor.
It's a clinic.
The Braves win Game 1 on a superb pitching effort by Greg Maddux.
Game 1, I think, was obviously one of the most important games because we got to see firsthand just how potent and scary the Cleveland Indians lineup was. And Maddox showed you how to pitch to it. And the rest of the guys kind of followed along after that.
The team of the 90s has its world championship.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Braves need some runs. Trailing by 4. First pitch on the way to Sean Murphy. Is a curveball in the inner track for a strike. It's 0-1. Good pitch. The 0-1. Inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. Nasty curveball by Roop. 1 down. One up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch on the way. Nacho Alvarez has popped up, can of corn, in the infield. Who wants it? Schmidt calls off Devers, 2 down. We talked about this in the pregame, but the Braves haven't really done anything to test him with Rafael Devers over there at first base. He's had a really easy night over there. Braves all in all have had 3 base hits. Of course, they also had the base runner to start the game on the wild pitch. First pitch on the way to Harris is a cutter out of the zone, well out of the zone, called for a strike. Another bad call by home plate umpire Sean Barber. It's 0-1. The 0-1 in the dirt, dribbles away. 1-1. One count. Brings it. Swing! That ball's lifted. High into right field, going back on the track, making the catch at the wall is Matos, and that'll end the inning. Harris gave that one a ride, but didn't have enough oomph in it. That was a little warning track power. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
One thing I remind myself of every single time I want to put somebody above or below me is that we have all been sitting on the john out of toilet paper and considered looking in the bathroom trash for secondary wiping options. Keeps me humble.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch, where we will react to your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
So what is your name as a group?
The Click.
Click or click?
Click.
Man, I hate this job for real. I do too. When you gonna quit? I'm gonna quit the same day you quit. Matter of fact, when you put your 2 weeks in, let me see the paper so I can write on the back, me too, these jobs. Everything good over here? Yes, sir. Sir. All right. Verse 2.
They have been baseball's best team over the last 5 years. And finally, the one missing piece is in place.
I remember running out to the dog pile, and I know it might sound stupid, but
We won state in high school, and we had a dog pile. And I remember going out there, dog piling with everybody, going, God, we did this in high school. This is cool. Now we're doing it on TV in the big leagues. There's cameras, and everybody knows about it. You felt like you really accomplished something. And, you know, to share the success with, you know, your teammates, coaches, pretty cool, pretty special feeling.
What's going to prevent this team from being a dynasty? Certainly not their pitching staff.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Rafael Devers. He's a four-seamer out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. Righty-lefty. Swing, hammers that down the right field line. That's down for a base hit. That should be extra bases. Devers doesn't run well, but he's heading to second. He'll be in with these. On a leadoff double as the throw overshot the mark by a mile. I don't think he gets them anyways. Rafael Devers, he can hit that ball. But I said this back when the Red Sox signed him. Man, you're putting a lot of money into a guy that does not take care of himself. He's not going to age well. First pitch on the way. It's a sweeper high and out of the zone to Adames. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing. Bangs that down deep down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It'll go foul. Just left of the foul pole. 1-1. All you Ozzy Osbourne fans, condolences today. Know what it's like when you lose one of your favorite musicians. It really is a bummer. It's the 1-1 right there on the edge. Inner cut, it's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul. Splitter over towards third. Willie Adames, 2 walks tonight in a run. Of course, one of those walks was a gift from home plate umpire Sean Barber. The 1-2. Swing, that's not a gift. He hammers that into left, and that should score the run. Here comes the throw into second as Rafael Devers hobbles home, and it's 5-0 Giants. Another hanging split. You got a splitter that hangs there in the zone like that. These major league hitters are just going to continue to thwart it. It amazed me with his stuff that he didn't get hammered in St. Louis. St. Louis has a decent offense. They just might have been the fact that it was the end of the first half of the All-Star break and they were just ready to pack it in. Have y'all seen the jerseys and the helmets they're going to wear in Bristol against the Reds? I wonder if people actually like those or not. Chapman, the batter, he's been a pain in our side. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. See this guy, where he sits behind home plate, he blocks everything. Inside 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it, swing, chops it over to third. Nacho has it, fires it to first. One down. The runner at first moves down to second. Slow developing chopper, no chance to get a double play, and Alvarez made the smart move and took the easy out at first. Looking at that replay again, there's no way he gets the runner at second. So with the runner at second, we'll pull the camera back. Flores, the batter, first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Sweeper, it's 0-1. But I just think in general with Davis Daniel, they are fooling themselves if they think he is more than anything than a long reliever. The 0-1. Down off the edge, 1-1. And right now they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I get it. You need warm bodies and you're just trying to limp to the finish line to get some guys back. But Daniel is the 1-1. Check swing foul. He was actually a move they made in the offseason, and people praised it. And I went back to watch his video, and I didn't get it then, and I don't get it now. It was a minor move, but still, there were writers that were writing things telling you that this guy could be a real contributor. I'm like, hey, if you say so. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Not sure what Flores is asking something. I don't know what it was. He said something to home plate umpire. The pitch was way off the plate, so I don't know what he could have been griping about. He swung at it. So Daniel trying to get through his 5th inning of work. Second strikeout of the day, by the way. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Casey Schmidt, 1 for 2 with a solo shot. The 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. All right, I'll answer 2 questions there. Why is he still in the game? Because they don't have the bodies, and they need him to finish this, at least this inning out, the 2-0. Right down Main Street, 2-1. And Peter wants to know about Sale once again. I think I've mentioned this several times, at least a dozen times, but August 19th is the earliest he can come back. He was put on the 60-day IL, the 2-1. 88 up top, 3-1. So the earliest he can come back is on August 19th. Whether or not they have him back at that point, your guess is as good as mine. He was throwing late last week. He's done some other things, but no signs that he's ready to roll. The 3-1, right there at the knees, 3-2. So 3-2 count. Runner at second, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the 4-seam, 88 miles an hour. Man, he's bringing it. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I will never, ever, ever apologize. I am the least sorry person that you've ever met. I'll do it again.
Here are some baseball facts you might not have known. Sandy Koufax is regarded as one of the greatest pitchers of all time, who unfortunately had to retire early in 1966. In that 1966 season, Koufax won the Cy Young Award, becoming the only pitcher to ever win the Cy Young in their final year. Bert Blyleven was a Hall of Fame pitcher for the Minnesota Twins, who had a 22-year-long career. Up until he received his birth certificate to get married, Blyleven didn't know his correct name. His whole life, he thought his name was Reek Albert Blyleven, when his first name was actually split in 2, making his real name Reek Albert Blyleven. One of the greatest Rockies players ever, Todd Helton, was a quarterback at the University of Tennessee. For a brief period of time in 1994, Helton's backup quarterback was actually Peyton Manning, 5-time MVP and 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
For a guy that didn't go to college, Johnny's smart. Knew how to sell a product.
He's a major star. And Johnny Bench would wind up on the cover of Time magazine. He was that famous and that popular.
There's a lot of guys like him, cats that were just born to be in front of people. He's just always been comfortable in being himself. I've had him sing a few things to me on the bus, and it always makes me grin.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See you off the ballpark.
Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Braves trail by 5. Nick Allen will start us off and then the top of the order. First pitch on the way, 93 at the knees. It's 0-1. Roop at 70 pitches. The 0-1. Swing. Hits it on the ground over to short. Adames has it. Fires it to first. Easy 6-3. 1 away. One of the writers for the Braves tweeted out. It was when Ozzie came up and he foiled the. If you remember, we had a rally going. He popped it up, and it just said, "Good thing Murphy is still positioned behind Albies in the lineup." Curveball is right there for a strike. Jerks and Profar. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch in the dirt. That hits him in the foot. We'll take that any day of the week. Any way to get these guys on base. I normally don't like to see our guys get hit. But hey, what the hey?
Well, the jerks start calling. They're running out of you. It's smart. It's a smart line, and a smart crowd will appreciate it. And I'm not going to dumb it down for some bonehead mass audience.
Thank you for the contribution, Charlie. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is an excuse me check swing. Bangs it down the line, but fouled the third base side. It's 0-1. Appreciate the support, Charlie. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops that curveball down the first base line. It's 0-2. Olson 1 for 2 on the day. Singled to left his first time up. Braves had runners on first and second, nobody out in the first, and could not cash in. The 0-2. 92 misses high, 1-2. If the Braves could put something together here in this inning, they may be able to run Roop out of the game. Fairly high pitch count, but you got to start making them work. The 1-2. Swing, slice it straight back. We'll do it again. Philadelphia leads Boston 4-1 in the 7th. Nats lead the Reds 6-1 in the 8th. The 1-2. In the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Kind of gets away, kicks it away, but jumps on top of it. Bailey, man, he's had some issues back there. Profar stayed put. 2-2. Mets have taken the 3-2 lead over the Angels in the 6th. It's 0-0 out in Denver. Rockies and Cardinals. 2-2 count. Swing, chops that curveball down the line, foul. Love to see him get into one here. Put a dent in the scoreboard. The 2-2. Swing, rips it into right. That's down for a base hit. That's going to be a single. Hard hit ball right at the right fielder. And here we go.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House.
Ice House.
Smooth as it gets.
Looked like his sinker, and it didn't sink, and Matt Olson slaps it to right, and that'll bring Ronald Acuna Jr. to the plate. Acuna, he could change the narrative here with one swing, couldn't he? First and second, one out. The first pitch. Chases a curveball down and away. Chops it foul. It's 0-1. Acuna has struck out both times against Roop. Roop has blown the ball by him. I'm convinced he's sitting on something soft. The 0-1. Swings at that one. Another curveball in the dirt. 0-2. Just don't think he's picking this guy up well, and he's guessing. 0-2 count. Drake Baldwin stands on deck. Profar at second. Olson at first. The pitch. Swing, pops it up. Down the right field side. That'll be an easy, lazy fly ball. It's an out. Go sit down, 2 down. They threw 3 curveballs. That was the only one that was in the zone. The other 2 were well out of the zone. 3 curveballs, 3 outs. Or 3 strikes, excuse me. Second out of the game, of the inning. So Drake Baldwin, the batter, first pitch on the way is a changeup in the dirt. It's 1-0. Baldwin struck out swinging his first time up. He walked his last time up. 1-0. 93 on the inner track. It's 1-1. One count. Swing, rips it towards right, but that'll be caught right there by Matos in deep right field. He backpedals, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Braves once again threatened, but they can't do anything with runners in scoring position. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I'd like to kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.
All right, this is how to vent on social media. Step 1, don't. We're all either divorced, broke, fat, or depressed. It's not just you.
Sometimes when I have a bad day, I remember that there's people going through the same thing that I'm going through, but with kids.
On June 8, 1965, in New York City, the Kansas City Athletics made the first #1 pick in MLB history by choosing Rick Monday, a future all-star outfielder who'd also play for the Cubs and Dodgers in his 19-year career. The 36th pick was Johnny Bench, who many believe to be the greatest catcher of all time. The 190th pick was one of the all-time great pitchers in Tom Seaver, but he decided to play another year at USC. The last big pick in the draft was Nolan Ryan. Hal McRae was drafted this year, and
I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. I ask questions every night.
The Big Red Machine entered 1975 as the class of the National League as usual, but defeats in the World Series in 1970 and 72 had been followed by a stunning playoff loss to an underdog Mets club in 1973 and a second-place finish in 74. For all of their talent, the team still had not won a World Series title.
It was hard for us because we think we can win all the time. But in 75, we put everything together again, and we got one of the greatest thing ever.
The Reds would win 108 games in 1975, the most by any National League team in 6 decades. For his part, Bench led the club with 28 home runs and 110 RBI. The Reds then swept the Pirates in the NLCS.
The Reds win the National League Championship.
To set up a meeting with the Boston Red Sox in the World Series, where it felt like all the pressure was on Cincinnati to finally get it done.
Wander Suero will come in with his shiny 6.00 ERA here into the 6th inning. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Bailey. It's a swing and a miss at his cutter up top. It's 1-0. The 1-0. '84 change up down and away. 1-1. One count. Swing, rips it high and deep into right field. Going back, playing it off the wall is Acuna. He'll fire it in the infield. Here comes the throw. I think they got him. Did they get him? Second base umpire had to position himself terribly. What in the hell is he doing? He was hanging out there closer to third base than he was second. He might have snuck in there, but man, you've got to position yourself better. DJ Rayburn, he's got his back. He's behind the entire play. If you look at the replay, he's coming off the bag and holds the tag. And Atlanta is now challenging it, looks like. I mean, by the letter of the law, he's out. If it's old school baseball, you're talking about him being safe because he beat the play. So we'll see how this plays out. But he's definitely coming off the bag, and Ozzie continues to hold the tag. Question's going to be is whether or not they're willing to overturn it. On what they see. We're showing well, that's not a good angle. Giants cam is showing a different angle, and they might just be doing that so their fans think every angle they show gets worse. I think it's just so their fans believe he's safe. But the big thing is the call on the field is safe, so they're going to have evidence. He's off the bag right there. And they did. They overturned it, so I was right the first time. I thought it looked like he popped off the bag as the tag was being applied. We might be having a rough year, but it sure is fun to watch Acuna fire that ball from right field. And somehow they haven't picked up on the fact he good. He can throw that ball, baby. So Acuna guns him down.
Bravo. Bravo.
First pitch on the way is fisted back foul for a strike. The 0-1 fouls it straight back. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Righty left matchup. The 0-2 swing fouls it down the line, and our man Matt Olson is going to stand right there, make the catch over his shoulder as he's known to do. 2 down. So when you look at this Braves pitching staff, and they carried this team for the first part of the year and then fell apart because of injuries. But you look at what they're looking at, and unless this team gets incredibly hot down in the back stretch, I think the only guy that you're seeing that's on the IL right now you can expect to come back would be Sale, and that's only because he's going to push for it. Cutter misses outside wide from Suero to Lee as we hit the top of the order one more time. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swing fouls it straight back. 1-1. Chris Sale doesn't seem like the type that's going to want to sit the rest of the year, miss out on those starts, miss out on a lot of things, including, look at Chris Sale. His legacy is the 1-1, down and in, 2-1. He's looking at total numbers across his career because there's going to be a very strong argument for Chris Sale in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. You don't want to take the last 3 months, 4 months off in the season. It can affect your strikeouts, your wins, everything. So a 2-2 count. 2 down in the top of the 6th. The pitch. 93, high and wide. Full count. I do still think they're going to shut him down, we'll say, with a week or 2 left in the season. But he's going to push to get back in the lineup. The payoff, swing, fouls it away. And I don't blame him because it's going to affect his numbers down the road, not just his statistical numbers, but he will be a free agent at the end of the 2026 season. He wants it to be known, whoever's willing to give him the money, that he's going to go to the post every time he can. The payoff pitch, swing, rips it high, but not very deep. Who wants it? Harris has it. That'll end the inning. Well, it's getting late early. We trail by 5. Go to the bottom of the 6th. We still got a ways to go, and Ozzie Albies will lead us off when we return.
You comfortable? No, I'm not. Okay. I don't really like to spoon. Can we, if I stay here, can we just sleep in a realistic position? Sure. Because if I feel you move or like sweat or breathe, I'll like wake up and I'll just like lay here resenting you. Okay. All night. So yeah, can we put this pillow in between us? Like that would be good. If we put pillow this between us? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm nitpicking, but like you're breathing on me pretty hard right now. Okay. Yeah, it's just breathe up towards the sky and not like.
Hi, everybody. I'm Vin Scully, and welcome to Game 6. The last time the Boston Red Sox won a World Series, the Doughboys were dug in the trenches of France, Mademoiselle Armentières, and finally, Johnny came marching home. They're trying to do it again tonight, and they're giving the ball to the best pitcher in the American League, Roger Clemens.
If somebody tells me to take it down a notch, I'm immediately taking it up at least 5 notches.
Meeting with the Boston Red Sox in the World Series, where it felt like all the pressure was on Cincinnati to finally get it done.
If we'd have lost that one, we lose the Orioles, we lose to the A's, and now we're going to lose again, and we are the Big Red Machine? Come on.
The series would turn out to be one of the most memorable of all time.
And you had exciting games. Every game was exciting.
The Reds took a 3-2 series lead into Game 6 in Boston, which set up one of the most famed endings to a postseason game ever.
Bottom of the 12th inning, and it'll be Fisk, Lynn, and Petrocelli against Pat Darcy, who has been very impressive in 2 innings.
Pat Darcy pitches great, got ball movement, everything. 12th inning, he goes out to warm up, and he barely gets it to me. I mean, he is barely getting it to me. And we didn't have any pitchers left.
And Fisk will lead it off, has a single and has walked twice. He's been on base 3 times.
I turned and looked in the dugout, and I looked at Sparky. I went, no chance.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way is a knuckle curve. Misses the zone to Ozzie Albies. It's 1-0. Ozzie, open stance from the left side. Batting .222 for the year. The 1-0. Way outside wide, 2-0. Yell is the new pitcher in the game. It's spelled H-J-E-L-L-E, but it's spelled Yell. Or pronounced Yell, excuse me. The 2-0, swung on, fouled back, 2-1. Two-one count. Swing, fouls it away. 2-2. He was added to the roster after they sent last night's starters, the 2-2. Pops it up towards center, coming in, making the sliding catch is Lee. Good play by Jung-Ho Lee, one away. He had to slide to make that play. Ozzie had already given up. He just popped the bat up and started shrugging his shoulders, hitting the second. That ball almost fell. The Giants placed last night's starter back down in the minors so they could get an extra arm in their bullpen. He'll be eligible to come back in a few weeks, but he was sent down to the minor leagues after the horrific start last night. The 0-1, 93, misses, 1-1. 1-1 count. Righty, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Knuckle curve, 1-2. Christopher Sanchez, he is still pitching for the Phillies in the 8th inning. It's 4-1 Philadelphia over Boston. The 1-2. Misses down and away, 2-2. Two count. The pitch. Swing. Hammers it to second. He'll have plenty of time. I don't know why Casey Schmidt was hurrying himself up. Murphy running down the line. You got time to eat a sandwich, maybe smoke a cigar. 4-3 put out, 2 down. He made the play, spun around and fired it to first like it was Acuna going down the line. 2 up, 2 down, and Nacho Alvarez, your batter. Alvarez 0 for 2. First pitch on the way is a 93 inside. It's 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me. They did call that a strike. All right. The 0-1, swing. Slaps that into center field, and that's down for a base hit. So the inning continues, and you never know what can happen. Little 2-out magic. Nacho Alvarez gets aboard.
Whoa, you check it out. What? Look, that guy.
Get me some nachos.
It is a sign. A sign. It needs nachos to help me score.
Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is 94-mile-an-hour fastball to Michael Harris. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Misses high. 1-0. One count. Yell kicks and fires. Swing, hits it off his leg. That's going to dribble over to third, and that's going to be a base hit. It's going to be an infield single. That went off his, I believe, his plant leg. And Michael Harris got himself an infield single. We'll take it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The Braves got runners on first and second.
They know about that.
God bless you, Mike.
Looks like it hit the
Keep your
bottom.
game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Just under the wallet on the right leg. They come out to check on him, but he says he's okay. Just a glancing blow. Two on, 2 out. Nick Allen, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. 87 inside. It's 0-1. I mean, if you're really trying to manage to win this game, sometimes you wonder what's going on in that dugout of the Atlanta Braves. This is where you would put Ozuna into pitch hit. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. Luke Williams can play shortstop the next 3 innings defensively. When you're down 5-0 and you got 2 on, one swing can bring you right back into this game. It's much more imperative to score than it is as the 1-1 pops it up back behind the plate for him too. It's much more important to score here than it is to keep them where they're at for the rest of the game. But maybe Ozuna's already gone to the bar. he's sitting in the sports lounge saying, I'm Ozuna from the Braves. Give me a beer. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Yeah, that's just bad managing there. It's just, we see it all the time, but it's like, if you're really trying to win, that's where you put the guy in.
I mean, I don't have an OnlyFans or nothing, but if you want a Zoom call, I'll sit on a cake and fart. I have Cash App and Venmo.
We are not rehabs for broken men.
We are not banks for broke women.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Replace the word problem with the word opportunity in all your thoughts.
Okay. I have a very severe drinking opportunity.
All right, by show of hands, who is financially hanging on for dear life, and the only hope left is for one day the economy to improve. Until then, we are just surviving.
What's the status of getting that quote over to Wilmington Logistics? I need that ASAP, please.
Yep, so we should have it by end of day tomorrow, as long as we get the Matter Daddy on time.
The what? The what?
The Matter Daddy.
What's the matter, Daddy?
Nothing. What's the matter with you?
There it goes, the long drive. If it stays fair, home run.
It was the drama of it all.
Red Sox win it 7-6 in 12 innings. And Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there, Joe.
And Boston won that series 3-4 from what I hear.
And Sparky said, Big Red Machine my ass. I said, Sparky, relax, man. We got him right where we want him. Did you see that celebration they just had? They won't be able to come back to the ballpark the next day.
But the Red Sox didn't just make it to Fenway. They grabbed an early lead in Game 7. Still, the Big Red Machine remained unfazed.
He's down 3-0 in the sixth. I say, hey, the game's not over yet. Wait a minute.
And when he came to the plate in the sixth, Tony Perez cut the lead to 1 run with 1 swing.
Perez slammed it over the screen, and now we have another 1-run ball game.
Welcome back. Wander Suero goes back out there for another inning of work. First pitch on the way is a cutter off the plate. Check swing. It's 0-1. The 0-1. They go around. They check down the line. He did not. 1-1. The 1-1 from Suero. Swing and a miss. Cutter blew it right by him. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Cutter just misses inside. 2-2. Braves trail 5-0. The 2-2. Swing pops it up. Back foul out of play. Two count. You got to figure this weekend you're going to start seeing some trades going down through different teams. The 2-2 misses high. One of the main things is you take a guy who may pitch this weekend or tomorrow or Thursday or Friday possibly is the payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. He'll head on down to first for the leadoff walk. Well, a team may want to grab him, that pitcher, before he makes another start right before the trade deadline. Because you make the trade with the guy that pitches on Tuesday or Wednesday, you can't even use him for 4 or 5 days, and the team trading him knows that they want to get rid of him before he doesn't pop his elbow or something. First pitch to Devers is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Outside wide, changeup, 2-0. I think that's why you're going to see Rafael Montero. He'll be used very sparingly before the deadline because they want to get him off the books. The 2-0 pitch, right there, P at the knees, 2-1. He called I think they called a balk on him. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. 2-1. It's either that or, well, it had to be a balk, I would think. I think that was actually called by the first base umpire. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. I think they were saying Suero didn't come set. He always looks like he's flirting with that. DJ Rayburn, who couldn't make the call on the safe on the out call at second, is the 2-2. That ball is swatted in right field. Here comes the runner around. Here comes the throw to the plate. We got a play at the plate, and Baldwin can't hold on to it. I think he would have been underneath the tag anyways, but a good throw by Acuna made it really close. 6-0 your score. That's funny. The third base coach, Matt Williams, was holding up the runner, and he came anyways. He's like old Freddie Gonzalez. Nobody listens to him. If you remember Matt Williams, he's a power hitter for the Giants back in their heyday, late 90s, early 2000s. He's now the third base coach for San Francisco. First pitch on the way to Willie Adames is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Wander Suero at 26 pitches, the 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. We'll pull the screen back. He wasn't even looking at him. That's pretty funny. The Braves vision finally saw it. The Giants vision picked it up pretty quickly. The Braves vision. That's kind of funny. First of all, why is Matt Williams the third base coach? That dude was not a good base runner at all. So you got a 2-0 count. That's the number one question. Maybe he's annoying and they don't want him in the dugout. The 2-0. Swing, fouls it back, 2-1. At most, you would have him at the first base coach. Normally, a third base coach is someone who was a good base runner at some point. Even if it wasn't on the professional level, they were a good. Matt Williams was a power hitter. The 2-1, inside, 3-1. And he's evidently not a very good third base coach because he was holding him up. And he scored with relative ease. The 3-1 pitch, high and inside, ball 4. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Doesn't appear that anybody's up in the bullpen. First pitch on the way is 91 miles an hour, high and out of the zone. Cutter, it's 1-0. You'd think they'd have somebody working in the bullpen.
I screwed up. I'll take the blame for that.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Very similar to the game last night, just reversing roles, Braves and Giants. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Giants got to Davis Daniel the way we got to the starting pitcher of the Giants last night, Hayden Birdsong. They've gotten themselves a 6-run lead here in the 7th. There's nobody out. And Suarez at 33 pitches. The 1-2 fouls it back. Suarez can probably read the writing on the wall. He's going to probably be sent packing after the game. You have a guy out there twisting in the wind for a second inning of work with a 6.75 ERA, and he is at 34 pitches. High and inside, 2-2. They're just wearing your arm out till there's nothing left. Deuce is wild. 2-2 count, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. 1 down. Wilmer Flores, the batter, he's 0 for 2. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at the cutter. It's 0-1. The 0-1 lifts it deep. If it's fair, it's gone. Where is it going to land? She is gone. Wilmer Flores does it again. Talked about this many a times. He always, it amazes me his numbers are not better than what they are, because every time I see this guy play, he delivers in a big way. A high balloon shot, 364 feet, just sneaks over the left field wall inside the foul pole, and the Braves trail 9-0. Good Lord. Nine to nothing, and Suero, well, he's still back out there. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Popped back into the crowd. It's 0-1. You would think down 9-0 you'd have someone working up in the bullpen.
Where's the booze?
That's it. I've had it with this dump. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off.
The 0-1 pops it back foul. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's going to end up striking out the side but getting bombed at the same time. Make that make sense. Two down. First pitch on the way, swung on, fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Braves will have the top of the order due up, if you want that silver lining. The 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, cutter, fists it back foul. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Hammers it foul down the line once again. Do it again at 1-2. 1-2 count. In the dirt, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing. Hits it over towards the hole. Over at second, Ozzie grabs it, spins, fires to first, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Braves have fallen behind 9-0. Get up and stretch, Braves country. It's been a rough one.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All one. A two. A three. Me out to the ball game. Me out to the side. Find me something up Cracker Jack.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Jurickson Profar. It's right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Lucchese, now the pitcher, the left-hander, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, half-hearted swing through the zone. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Profar 1 for 2 with the double and a hit by pitch. On the way, 94 inside. We call that a strike. It's 9-0 in the 7th. Strikeout. I guarantee you Profar saying something like that because you know you're only calling that because it's 9-0. That pitch was 3 inches in. And he didn't even question. He was like, are you kidding me, man? Home plate umpire Sean Barber was shaking his head like, no, that's not it, but everybody knows that's what it was. First pitch on the way is 94 inside. It's 1-0. Back in the day, the umpires would flat out tell you, you need to swing the bat. The 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Matt Olson, the batter. Brings it. Swing. Fouls it down the line. 1-1. 1-1 count. 94 miles an hour right down the middle of the plate. On the inner cut, it's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up over the first base dugout. Out of play. One-two count. Lefty-lefty matchup. Casey brings it high and inside, up over the zone, 2-2. If y'all haven't seen the jerseys they're going to wear in Bristol, the font on the jersey numbers is the 2-2. Kicks in the dirt, 3-2. They look like racing numbers. I'm going to try to get the picture of it and share it to you here in a second. Just got to try to find it. Try to find where I found it. The payoff pitch, swing, slaps it into left field. That's through for a base hit, and Olson takes the wide turn. Here comes a throw to second. He's going to slam on the brakes, and it's a one-out single for Matt Olson.
This is not watered down. This is Ice House. Ice House. Smooth as it gets.
So Olson is 3 for 4 now. And that'll bring Acuna, who has struck out twice and 0 for 3. First pitch on the way, 92 right down the pipe. It's 0-1. I still say, and his numbers are showing it, he does not belong in the 3-hole. You need to put him back at the top of the order where he can just free his mind and go up there and bat, not have to worry about situational. Put Profar at the 2 spot and Olson at the 3 spot, and that would fix a lot of these things. Too little too late for most part, but you'd like to see some good baseball down the back stretch. The 0-2. Inside, 1-2. 1-2 count. Bender, swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts on the night. That's the 3rd time he's done that in the past week and a half. I don't remember him doing that at all in the number 1 spot. You football fans, Terry McLaurin has officially began his holdout. First pitch on the way is a sinker, fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Kind of knew that was coming. Jose Ramirez hit a home run tonight for the Guardians. It looks like Aaron Nola is about to come off the IL for the Phillies. He's going to go with Philadelphia to Yankee Stadium in that series. The 0-1, down and away. That ball gets away. And Matt Olson will head on up to second base, excuse me. He'll get into scoring position. Did y'all see Tyrann Mathieu retired today? And it seems like it was just yesterday that guy was playing college football. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-1, inside, 2-1. Sinker misses the mark. Two-one count. Swing, curveball, foul tips it in the glove, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Hanging curveball, and he whiffed at it 77 miles an hour. And it's all about the learning, isn't it? We'll be back in a flash. We head to the 8th inning, trailing by only 9.
One of my favorite toxic traits is telling myself I can be ready in 15 minutes when I have consistently proven that I cannot.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch, where we will react to your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Better not go to sleep. As soon as your eyes shut, I'm gonna punch you square in the face. I hope you stay still when you sleep, because I'm putting a rat trap between your legs. I'm gonna take a pillowcase and fill it full of bars of soap and beat the out of you. You better not go to sleep.
They'd interview us or talk to us about, the greatest rotations of all time, and that's not something that any of us thought about until somebody asked us about it.
Do you ever reflect on this rotation that you're a part of, possibly the greatest in history?
And then you'd kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess, it's cool to be in the conversation.
Because we're a part of this thing, we are going to be mentioned in that regard, and that's fun.
Like a lot of things, when you're away from it and reflect on it, you realize what a special time it was and how much fun it was.
I spent 11 years, half of my career with these guys, and you reflect back on all the good times we had together.
I wouldn't trade anything for what we went through. We got a chance to do something not a lot of people got to do, and it was really unique because we were 3 different people that did it.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Pierce Johnson takes the bump and he fires the first pitch, 4-seam fastball. Fouled straight back by the number 9 hitter, Ramos. It's 0-1. Braves trail 9-0. The 0-1. Swing pops it up. High into left field. Making the basket catch is Profar. 1 down. Just put it on your screen a second ago. The Atlanta Braves did sign all 21 of their draft picks. They announced that today. Here are the jerseys that I'm talking about and the hats. This is what they will be wearing in Bristol. You see that font, and you see the flames on the front of the hat. The flames on the front of the hat reminds me of the old Jeff Gordon hats he used to wear years ago. As the first pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Swing. That ball's hammered over to first. A 1 hopper. Olsen has it. Steps on the bag. And the Gold Glove winner of 2025 makes it 2 down. That ball was smoked. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Right there for a strike to Ramos. It's 0-1. Ramos 1 for 2 on the day. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Lifts the red glove. Swing. Pops that one up. And in center field, Michael Harris is underneath it. And that'll end the inning. They go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th. Isn't that supposed to be our inning? We're back, baby. We're back. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
I felt like a Spanish, like a Puerto Rican. I felt Puerto Rican.
You can move it to the White House. You voted for Trump.
Who told you that? Oh, Granny and them down there telling people who people voting for? Boy. That's the voter fraud stuff they was talking about.
Nah, ain't no fraud. That's who you voted for.
Okay, but you still not supposed to know that. That's violating my HIPAA laws. That's personal information.
What made you vote for him?
Because of the tax cuts he's trying to put money in pockets.
You ain't even got no money.
What you mean? I'm trying to get some.
And what Camilla is?
Who?
The black woman? You got all these black women around you and you voted for Trump?
If we being for real, we talking about color. Orange is my favorite color. Trump is orange. I went with my favorite color. So what he doing so wrong that you so against?
He taking away women's rights.
It's 4 kids in the house that I didn't even want, that you had anyways. What you want me to do? Take my vote back?
Yes.
I wasn't to decide and vote. 82 million other voted for him. Damn, Grandma! You marching Martin Luther King for my right to vote. This bitch trying to make me do whatever she want me to do.
They were the ringleaders of the mentality that we developed through the years, where we walked on the field expecting to win. And Doggy was the ringleader of that.
Greg Maddox pitched a beauty here today. Another masterpiece.
If he didn't execute a pitch that he had set up to work perfectly, I think the microphones around home plate heard his displeasure with himself.
He wanted that one.
I used to see the umpires do a double take thinking, is he yelling at me or is he yelling at himself?
He was a perfectionist.
I wanted to be consistent. I felt like my stuff was like everybody else's stuff, but if I could not make mistakes and outpitch the other pitcher, then I felt I could beat him.
Strike 3, there's evidence of that control.
Welcome back. The 1-0 pitch to Ozzie Albies is swung on and banged off the plate. It's 1-1. Little technical difficulties there starting up this inning. Apologize. 1-1 count. Nobody out, nobody on. Seymour now the pitcher. Willis says there's always a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
The 1-1 misses outside wide, 2-1. Oops, forgot I put that up there. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2-2 count. Swing, hammers it into right field. That's down for a base hit. Let's at least put some runs on the board, make him sweat a little bit. Don't let him just coast on there into a win.
Underwiz, time the list. Underwiz and nobody beat.
You'd like to see them have to use somebody in the back of their bullpen in case it's a nip and tuck game tomorrow. Sean Murphy, your batter. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. I would think Ozuna probably DHs tomorrow in the early game. Remember, it's a 12:15 first pitch. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. Unless he just has horrific numbers against tomorrow's starting pitcher, which is Verlander. They're taking a check at the ball. Wait for them to straighten that out. It's an 0-2 count. Runner at first, nobody out. Mets lead the Angels 3-2 in the 8th on your out-of-town scoreboard there in Queens tonight. In Canada, it's knotted up at 4-4. Yankees and Blue Jays. Cubs lead the Royals 3-0 in the 6th in Chicago. The 0-2 to Murphy. Swing. Bangs that down the third baseline, but foul. They're in Denver, Colorado tonight, and the Rockies lead the Cardinals 6-2. In Texas, Rangers 2, A's won. It's a Jacob DeGrom day. The 0-2 inside. Almost gets him 1-2. The Rangers do not play Thursday, so we may miss DeGrom if they want to give him an extra day of rest. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Oof. He swung at one, not around his shoelaces, around the catcher's shoelaces. 1 down. So I would guess that Murphy's probably behind the plate tomorrow. And then unless Ozuna just has horrific numbers against Verlander, I haven't looked it up yet, it would be Ozuna DHing. That's what they've been doing recently. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Down and away, it's 1-0. That's why you feel like they should go ahead and trade Ozuna, but they're going to wait until they get the right package. You don't want to just trade him just to trade him. The 1-0. Down and away, 2-0. There's a handful of teams that are going to be looking to try to upgrade. We won't get a ton left because he's just a 2-month rental. He's not having a great season, but you might get something worth moving in the offseason, the 2-0. 96 right down the track, 2-1. 2-1 count. Pitch on the way. Down and in. 3-1. I know the Brewers would like to upgrade their DH position. They always have a ton of pitching in their farm system. The 3-1. Pops it back foul. Full count. Nacho should get the start again tomorrow, and then Riley will be back on Friday, it appears. The payoff pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered over to second. Line drive caught by Schmidt. He'll look Ozzie back to first, but he's back in plenty of time, 2 down. Harris will come to the plate. 2 for 3. Couple of singles. First pitch. Top of the zone. Outer edge slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing. Slaps it over to short. 6-3, and that'll end the inning. Other than Ozzie getting the base hit, the Braves go quietly once again. It's 9-0. We head to the 9th.
You guys want to hear something so up? I was in my bedroom just now, minding my own business. I wasn't bothering anyone. And I overhear my daughter and my husband start talking. And I hear my daughter say, "Dad, come here. Look at this plant. Mom killed it. This plant is so dead." And he goes, "Yeah, I know. Look, come here." And then they start traveling around the house to every one of my plant. And then he ends this whole excursion with, "Yeah, honestly, your mom can't keep alive. We're lucky you're still alive." And then she responds with, "Yeah, that's true." And I just want to say a few things. First, I'm catching rogue ones here. What the did I do to you guys? Second, if I were a plant, I would want water every day, and I would want lots of it. It's not my fault that I love them too much, and then they die.
Cover the point, Fred. Cover the point, Fred. Welcome to Busch Stadium, a park not designed for the power-packed Milwaukee Brewers, but ideal for the St. Louis Cardinals, who run to get their runs and flash quickness on defense to prevent them.
The Brewers were a good team. I mean, they had a lineup. The 1-2 hitters are Hall of Famers.
Manager Harvey Keene's Brewers, Harvey's Wallbangers as they were called, had led the AL in home runs, 23 by the old Cardinal hero Ted Simmons, who made himself right back at home at Busch Stadium in the 5th inning of Game 1.
This one's fair, and he will touch them all.
It's now 4-0 Milwaukee.
Things only got worse from there for the Cardinals as they watched the Brewers beat them at their own game.
There's a base hit to center field. Here comes one run in. Here comes another run in. And it's 7-0 Milwaukee.
Certainly were surprised, I think, that first game at how they played the way we play.
That's the ball game.
Wall bangers have put 17 hits on the board. 10 runs.
That first night left everybody wondering what the heck's going to happen in this series.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Luke Williams. All right, if nothing else, we get a Luke Williams sighting. It's 1-0. The 1-0 fires a changeup in there. We're going to wonder if we can get a good view of this, what he does from behind the pitcher. The 1-1 floats a slider. I like how they're calling him. Man, they're all the same pitch. They're just calling it 59-mile-an-hour pitch, a slide. The 2-1 swing, slaps it down the left field line, just foul. Thank you for the contribution, Billy Davis. The 2-2. He got caught on his 78-mile-an-hour changeup, snuck it right by him, froze him, backwards K. You might be able to see it better on the strike zone view. And the look from Devers as he headed back to the dugout. He's got a smile out there in that dugout. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing, slaps it down the line, foul. It's 0-2. Just floats up. It's not quite an Ephus pitch because it doesn't go high and then come down, but it floats in there like an Ephus pitch. The 0-2 pops it up. Back behind home plate, giving chase is Sandy Leone, who's behind the plate now. 2 down. That's good to see. They're getting Leone in the game. Everybody gets a participation trophy tonight. 2 down. First pitch on the way is swung on, sliced down the right field line, foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Eli White's in right field for Acuna, by the way. Swung on, chops it back, foul. It's 0-2. So when the tale is told of this great comeback we're going to have here in the bottom of the ninth, we're going to do it without Drake and we're going to do it without Acuna. The 0-2. Chopper back through the hole. Allen's got it, fires it to first. 6-3 put out. And 1-2-3 with a backwards K. Luke Williams. Cool hand Luke doing the thing. We'll be back in a flash.
I can't wait for fall, dude. I'm such a 70-degree slut. When that dude, man, just thinking about it, oh my God, 50 to 70 degrees. I eat it up, man. It's best weather ever, best fits ever. Everything's so good, dude. The air just smells fresh. Smells crispy. It's got that autumn scent. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go outside and you go, that's what they're putting in those candles. Candles! Oh my Bed Bath & Beyond, watch the out.
I'm just gonna say this. If you live in the South and you one of them folks that want a long summer or you wish it stay warm for a few more weeks, don't nobody like you. We don't like you.
And knowing the Big Red Machine like I did, we knew we were going to come back from a 3-2 deficit.
A Pete Rose single in the 7th would tie it, and Joe Morgan would then put the Reds ahead in the 9th.
Joe Morgan's bloop single right now is the difference. The Red Sox are down to their last out. The Reds are 1 out away from winning the World Championship. There's a high fly ball. It should be all over. Geronimo's under, and Cincinnati has won the World Championship beating the Boston Red Sox 4-3.
Greatest moment, 1975, walking in the clubhouse. It meant so much to be validated for who we really were.
Is this too much?
25 players are world champions. The coaches, the trainers, the equipment men, the manager. Everybody's a world champion.
Number one, we said we're going to be it, we did it.
And there's no way you can't share all of that. I mean, that's the way you share with everybody. And I knew exactly what it was all about.
Pull up a chair. Welcome home, Braves Country Radio. Welcome back. Nick Allen, the batter. It started 10-run inning. First pitch on the way is a sinker right down the pipe. For a strike, it's 0-1. Allen 0 for 3 on the day, grounded out to second and short, and is also struck out. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. Seymour is the pitcher still on for the San Francisco Giants. The second inning of work, the 1-1. 96 grabs the outer edge. Carson Seymour the 1-2. Pops it back foul, out of play. Insert your Seymour Butts joke in there anywhere you want to. The 1-2 count. Infield is back and playing the lines. 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. They said he went around. He didn't, but that's a 9-0 strike call. And Luke Williams says it all. Looking at the replay, yeah, he didn't go around. That was a I want to go get a cold one Ryan Wills strikeout. Great, because he's behind the plate tomorrow. Can't wait to see that bum behind the plate. First pitch on the way to Profar's, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Inside, 97 miles an hour, 2-0. Standing on deck is Olsen. And in the hole looming with his large shadow is Eli White. The 2-0 inside, 3-0. 3-0 count. Brings it. Caught looking. 96 right down the pipe. Taken all the way, 3-1. Same two teams are back at it tomorrow. 12:15 first pitch will come on the air at 11:30 a.m. The 3-1 inside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. See if that might lead to a run or two here in the inning. Put a little pressure on their bullpen. I think we'd have to get 4 or 5 before they would really get somewhat of importance up. Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch, swinging, fouls it away. It's 0-1. Olson, he has had a good night, unlike the rest of Braves country. He's 3 for 4 with a single, 3 singles actually. 2 to left, 1 to right. The 0-1, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Harris is 2 for 4. That's 5 of your 8 hits. The only other base hits we've had tonight was Profar, Ozzie had 1, and Nacho had 1. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. One-two count. Out of the zone, 2-2. Profar's doubles the only extra base hit we've got tonight. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. 97 up top, got him. Braves down to the last out. That'll bring the Book of Eli to the plate. Been a while since we've seen him come to the plate. Give him a little good luck.
Cursed be the ground for our sake, both thorns and thistles, which shall bring forth for us.
First pitch on the way is a 98-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Eli, yes, he's still on the roster, batting .242 with 4 home runs, 17 RBI. The 0-1. Swing, slices it foul. It's 0-2. Literally dumbfounding that he's not starting against left-handers. 0-2 count. In the dirt, swing and a miss, strike three. That ends the game. Well, that long nightmare is over. The Braves lose a tough one, 9-0. When it's all said and done, Davis Daniel just doesn't belong in the starting rotation. You want to keep him around as a long reliever? Okay, I get it, but the guy just doesn't have it. He never has had it, but he looked good. He gave us smoke and mirrors against St. Louis in that rain-interrupted start and made everyone think that maybe we've got something here. But, man, whatever we've got, we can give it back. Y'all have a great night. We're going to see you tomorrow. It's bright and early, 12:15 first pitch. We'll come on the air at 11:30. I'll be rushing home from the day gig, but I think I'll have time to get here and fire up and give you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Have a great one, y'all. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.